Hello everybody and welcome back to Arctico. As always, I am Dor, and today we are going to go ahead and head off in that direction there to go ahead and see if we can find that windmill. But in between episodes here, I went ahead and moved our solar stuff back because this has a radius on it. If we go ahead and put our mouse on it, we can see behind it there's a radius kind of showing up on the snow there. So I went ahead and moved things so we can go ahead and cram as many of these in as we can. I also went ahead and tried to farm up a bunch of material, but because this game's an alpha, it crashed on me. So we only have 3,800 circuits right now. Before the crash, I had like 40 kilos of the stone here, which would have gave us probably like 10,000 of the circuits here, but it crashed and I just did not feel like going and grinding all that stuff out again. So one thing I did mess up on last episode was this guy over here. So this thing only gives you a 0.1 of a kilo for the ore, and I thought the drill gives you a full single kilo of it, but it doesn't. It also gives you 0.1 of a kilo. So the reason we were getting 1 kilo over and over again was because we kept going into the crates and opening them. So that's why I thought we were getting 1 whole kilo out of this thing instead of the 0.1 that we do get. So what I think I'm going to end up doing eventually here is making a whole bunch of these guys, because there's so many of these nodes all over the map here, and I don't think there's a radius to how far away you can be from these things to just go ahead and put the ore into your inventory. So what I want to go ahead and do is make a bunch of those, cover every little node section we come across with those things so that we have the ore constantly getting generated so that we can constantly be making the circuits, so we can go ahead and make some more pieces of the base and stuff like that. So right now what we're going to go ahead and do is head off in that direction and see if we can find some more blueprint things. Actually, before we do that, did I activate my power grid to go ahead and consume the stuff? No, I didn't. Yeah, I did. I must have, because they're down to 8 and a couple of them were at 30, so we must have done it. So let's go this direction here. Right off the bat, we do have something in that direction, a little thing on the snowscape there. We're gonna go left and try and skate along the coast. Something else I noticed in between episodes is if we go down the elevator in the tunnel and then go to that little room where that little box is that gives us 1 kilo of stone, every time we go up and down that elevator, it resets that box. So I did kind of cheese a little bit of the material that we gathered with doing that after I realized it was doing it. Same thing with the buoy that we found last episode that gave us 2 gigabits of data, and the power from it that gave us the same thing over and over again if we go ahead and trigger that. Although I think that only triggers every other day on the game here. I don't think it triggers with the elevator thing. The little box was the only thing I saw that was triggering with it. But anyways, we're gonna continue going toward the coast here and see if there's anything else we can go ahead and interact with. But anyways, we do see something off behind us. We have that thing that's kind of in the middle of our screen. It kind of looks like a cave maybe in the mountain right there. We're going to go and check that out too. But we do have something right here in front of us. We have that little building there, and then there's something off in that direction as well. And it looks like maybe there's something right here on the water too. So it looks like we have a boat, I think is what this is right here in the water. So, oh, this is actually ice, so we don't have to get into our boat here. And this is something other than the little science thingy, and it's a blue drill. So I kind of want to see what this is and see if it's something else. Maybe it's the same thing. We don't know yet. This is going to be a fish. And I guess that's all that is. Okay, so we're not going to bother with that too much. We don't really need the fish. We have a loot box here that's going to give us some more of the stones. And are we going to get a blueprint from the boat here if we run around on it? No. Do we get something from over here? We have more of the little science tube thingies. We're not going to bother with those right now. So let's go ahead and head up this hillside here. We have a little house up on the hill here. We can go ahead and see what's in there. Hopefully more of the glider stuff. I think we're almost done with that. I think we have 3 out of 5 for the glider. So eventually we can go ahead and build that near our base, and we can kind of get around the map a little faster, I think, with that than the dogs we get around with right now. Okay, so we have a rocking chair. That's probably going to be a blueprint, right? Maybe not. Never mind. Can't interact with it. Is the hammock a blueprint? The hammock is a blueprint. Or I guess the stove is a blueprint that we just got from that. And we have some more dialogue. I want to live a beautiful and honest life with you, free from the perils of cities and greed. A life of mountains and silence. I want to wake up by your side and know that I deserve you, that I've been good and true to you. You are always so sweet and good to me. So that's either Dr. Garcia again or somebody random. I don't think that's necessarily story related, so we might skip over that. We got another kilo of the ore, and do we get anything from the porta potty here? No, we don't. Okay, so let's go ahead and continue on here. I'm going to go up here really quick and just use our binoculars and see if we can see anything in the distance. So we do have some stuff off in the distance here. It looks like maybe another building or a satellite of some sort that crashed. There's also another chunk of it right there. So that's probably a big satellite that's crashed. There's also looks like a cabin off in the distance right there. And we have a tower in that direction. Do we have anything else going further right? We do have another building or something way out there with a boat. So let's go ahead and head off over to that guy there and see what that is. I don't think there's anything else in this direction. I just see a bunch of snow, so I don't think there's anything there. Actually, right on the other side of this rock here, there is some green drill bits. So let's go ahead and see what these ones give us. It's probably going to be some sort of seed related thing. And it gave us mushrooms. Okay, so we don't need any of that right now. We will get into growing our own food and selling that stuff for hopefully a profit, but for right now we're not too worried about that. I want to go ahead and lay down a base before we start building the farms and stuff like that, because we're going to eventually leave this initial place here and go and build our own thing. So it is indeed a satellite, it appears, and we have some broken chunks over there. We have a big chunk right here. Let's go ahead and see what we get from this thing, if there's anything we can interact on it with. And we have another thing of power, so it gave us 200 power, no data though, and there's nothing else I can do with that thing. Okay, so if we come back to this later and we need some power, we know that's there. We can go ahead and get 200 power from that thing. That's nice. And the broken little chunks here don't look like they have anything on them. At least that one didn't. Does this one have anything? This one also doesn't really have anything on it. Okay, so we can go to that thing there. That looks like a boat maybe. I want to kind of look at this big iceberg back behind us, because on the way here, it looked like there was maybe a big cutout in it as well. I'm going to actually grab our dogs, because running around versus using the dogs is a little slow. Okay, never mind. From right here, I can see that there isn't an opening. I was looking at that thing on the way here, and I guess the little chunk sticking off the side kind of looked like it gave it a shadow to look like it was going inside of it, but it's not. So let's go ahead and go to this little boat on the water here. Is that a boat or is that another buoy? Looks like a little tiny, like, rescue boat, and I think that's exactly what it is. It looks like maybe a rescue kayak or a rescue boat in general, just so you don't get super wet. So can we get anything from this? Is this a blueprint worthy thingy? No, it is not. Okay. We do have something we can read as well, and I don't think there's anything in there we can interact with, so let's see what this is. I'm by myself in the middle of the Atlantic trying to break yet another solo rowing record. A lot of people cannot seem to understand why a 70-year-old man won't just simply stop and enjoy a well-deserved rest, but they do not know that this is my only rest. This is my safe spot. I have no one. I do not want to fade seeing my dignity taken away from me by a retirement home. I would much rather die in the ocean, so I keep on rowing and smiling, knowing I'm truly free. Okay, so we can't take anything from this, can we? No, it's just like a little all-in-one kayak thingy bobber here. So that's pretty cool. We can go ahead and get back on our dogs though and go, I think that's the one we just went to. There should be another one in that direction, another piece of that satellite that crashed. Actually, on the way to the other satellite thing, which is right there, there is a little red cabin right here on the water side. So let's go ahead and see what's in this thing as well before we head on over to that satellite. And hopefully we can go ahead and either get another thing of dialogue, or we are going to go ahead and get a blueprint from this, which I don't think we're going to get either. Maybe just the dialogue most likely, since there's really not much to this little building here. So we have some seed things on the outside here. We have a kayak again that we can't do anything with, and we have a bed that we just got an object for, and I think it was this little desk or that thing. One or the other just lit up right there. We also do have a dialogue thing. I am finally here. This island feels unreachable and protected from the cruel ambitions of man. I have been dreaming of being in a place like this for a very long time. Here I get to experience life in its purest state. No industry, no artifacts between me and life. I devoted so much time to fruitless endeavors, endless cycles that yielded nothing of value for me. I was stuck for so many years, but today I am free. Today I will start taking my time. I will take long, slow walks through this landscape and let nature nurture my mind. Okay, I wonder if that's the same 70-year-old guy that was on that raft or the little kayak thingy over there. But let's go ahead and head that direction now. There should be the antenna thing. There's the satellite right there. And then there's the antenna that we saw with the binoculars. All right, so this is the big piece of it. And there's a lot of stuff on the inside here. So hopefully that's something we can actually use. We do have a blueprint crate. So let's go ahead and open up this guy. That's going to give us the elevator. Oh, sweet. That's kind of what I wanted to before we started building a base, because we want to go up with it instead of just having a long little couple buildings down. We got a mirror, I think, from that little thing there. We have another thing of dialogue there. We'll go ahead and read that in a second. I don't see anything else, so let's go ahead and read that, I suppose. Space station log. Floating over the world, floating over everything I hold dear. I'm orbiting our home, and I cannot stop imagining the endless life unfolding below. Whales traversing the poles, parents walking their children to school, flocks of birds painting the sky with endless shapes. We are infinitely lucky to be part of this. Earth is a cosmic miracle. All right. right, so that was that. Do we have anything else? I just want to double check before we run out of here, and I don't think we do. I don't see anything else lighting up on the ground. I don't see anything else that would kind of indicate that there's something else. So let's go ahead and head over to the building that's right next to us in that direction, the little antenna thing right there in the center. So let's go see what that is. It's probably another little thing with a plane or something at it, so we can go ahead and see what that's about, maybe. All right, actually there's another chunk of the satellite right here next to this thing as well, and we can interact with this thing and we get power from it. We get power and gigabits, so that's nice. Let's go ahead and go up to the thing right here. Why can't I get on the dogs? Are they too hungry? Nope, they're fine. Oh, I'm pressing the wrong button, genius. That's why. Okay, my bad. Let's go over here and see what is in this thing. It's probably just going to be another little skeleton of it and not really anything in it. And I think that's exactly what this is. I don't see anything on the floor, and oh, it's actually a tree. It's not a satellite. It's a chunk of a tree. Okay, so yeah, let's go ahead and go past that. We already went to that little red cabin on the coastline there. And did I just get my dog stuck? Please don't get stuck. We have another boat way out there on the water, and I'm gonna go ahead and probably go to the top of this mountain really quick and just see what we have around us. We have something off in that direction. Okay, never mind. We can't get to the top of this little hill here. The dogs won't go up it, but we're just gonna go ahead and check out that boat over there in the water really quick then. All right, so let's go ahead and give this a look here. Over in that direction, there's something else on the little mountains right there, but in that direction is that big boat that we ran to, I believe in episode 1, maybe episode 2. I don't remember exactly. But it's that big boat that we came up the elevator and then ran for like 5-10 minutes in the same direction until we got to that dang thing. But we're going to go ahead and head that direction because if I remember correctly, there is a blueprint box there that we can go ahead and open. So it tells me there's a thing here. There we go. Today I dreamt I was at home watching a red sunset from my balcony and the boat's returning and my boat well docked. I dreamt the perfect smell of a Sunday's dinner. I dreamt of garlic, butter, and fish. I tasted wine and bread. I stood on my balcony. The wind made my leaves sound like the tides. And I took a deep breath as the early stars began shining. The air was tender and comforting. The night in my seaside town was warm. So that's that. And is there anything else we can interact with here before we leave? Is there a blueprint we can grab off of the boat here? No, there's not. Okay, so let's go back to our dog sled. We're going to go check out what that thing is really quick, and then we are going to go ahead and go grab that blueprint box from next to the elevator over by the big boat. Okay, we actually have like a crashed plane right here. There's a bunch of chairs on the ground. There's some stuff in the cargo bay right there. Let's go ahead and see if we can take any of this stuff here. There's a massive engine. We got some seats right here we can't do anything with. I'm just trying to run into everything to see if it triggers as a unlockable thing for us to build. We do have some stone in that one. We have some more stone. This is going to be some seeds. Anything in these guys? No. Okay, so that was kind of nice. There's just a little loot deposit there. There's actually this thing here, and there's more seeds in it. So let's actually grab those before we leave. I'm glad I came back to look. And let me see. There's something over there. Let me grab my binoculars and see what that is. We have what looks to be a train, or some train carts at least. So actually, let's go take a look at those things before we head over to the blueprint box really quick, just to see if there's anything kind of nice in those things as well. It's probably going to be more of the random little loot things that we just got out of this guy. All right, over here at the trains, let's go ahead and see what we get from this. We have some boxes inside. That's just going to be some of the ore, and we had a total of 3 of those in here, so that's nice. Let's see what's in the passenger cart up here. That also looks like it might be a little building we can go into. I don't know what we just got, but we probably got either the lamp or one of the chairs. So let's go ahead and see what else is in here. We have a teapot here. Oh, I don't want to make coffee. Oops. Did I just waste my coffee seeds? I think, oh, well, we have a bunch of them. Never mind. It's not really that much of a waste. We have a big bed here. I'm going to actually sleep and save because we have done some things that I don't really want to lose if we crash the game right now. So we'll just save really quick. Okay, no, this is just a rock. It looked like maybe like a little like dugout little tent or something, but no, it's just the rock. So let's go ahead and head on over to the big boat here, and once we get there we should be able to go ahead and get that blueprint relatively easily. We just have to go ahead and ride our dogs all the way over there. Actually, is that I think that's the same boat. Okay, never mind. I thought that might be a different boat off in the distance there, but let me go ahead and ride on over there, and we will be there in just a second here. So actually, on the way to the blueprint here, we're going to go ahead and loot these crates again, because if they replenish like the other ones, then this is another, I think, 1 or 2 kilos worth of ore here. And I guess they don't actually replenish on this thing here. They do on the underground bit, and I don't know why that's the case, because these guys aren't back, and I mean, it's been a couple days in game here to have them replenish, but I guess they don't, or they're not supposed to be replenishing. Maybe that's a bug. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and head toward the elevator now to go ahead and grab the blueprints. And I think that's all that was in this direction. It's just the elevator with the blueprint and then a couple of the ore nodes and stuff on the side of that. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab this thing. And that's going to give us another thing of the glider blueprint. And let me actually jump back down here really quick and see what's in here. I forget. So I ran over here to the submarine again, right? Because the elevator's just right there. And the crates here are respawn, so we can go ahead and get the ore from these guys. I don't want to read that again. We can get the ore, and then that's that. I thought there was maybe a blueprint box that we didn't open because we didn't have the power when we were down here, but that's not the case. There might be more down here that I didn't actually get yet, but I don't remember, to be honest here. So we're gonna go ahead and head back up and go to the base again. I think that's probably about it for today, to be honest. So actually on the way back to the base here, we're actually gonna swing by this thing here, and then right over that direction is the big cave that has an entrance in it that I want to go ahead and take a look at too before we wrap up. So this looks like an oil rig or something that tipped over and broke. So let's go ahead and loot it. We got some more ore from this thing. Is there anything on this side? We have a thing of seeds, and there's really nothing else here. It's just a big oil platform that's kind of sunk into the ground here. There's nothing else for us to loot. There's no blueprints we can grab from this thing unless the crane hook is a thing. It's not. Okay, so let's go ahead and leave and go to the cave thing that should be right there if that's the same thing that I saw on the way here. So this should be the cave thing that I saw, and I don't think it's actually anything. I think it's just a big rock giving like a little overhang thing going on here. And yeah, that's exactly what it is. Okay, so it's really not anything that I thought it was. I thought it was a big cave that we can go into, but it doesn't appear to be. We're going to get our dogs too wet and they're going to send us back to the base. I don't want to do that. Can we go that way? Is that water or is that a shadow? I think that's a shadow, so we should be okay going this way. Yeah, let's go ahead and go around the water. I'm going to go ahead and head back to the base really quick. All right, so before we go ahead and wrap up today, let's go ahead and see what the new things are that we got, because we need one of these guys down to go ahead and see that. And we got a star lamp for 5 grand. We have a sofa for 1 grand. We have I believe the pillow's new for 7 grand. We got a hammock for 6 grand. Woof. We got a table. We got a shelf. We got a chair. The table and the shelf aren't for any money. We can just go ahead and place those down as we see fit, apparently. We have, I think those were in there last time. I think this might be new. The old clock. We have a luxurious chair and a stove and a lamp. I think those are the only new things. Maybe the old kitchen as well. I can't really remember, but that's kind of cool. Okay, so eventually we're going to go ahead and start putting down a bunch of drills everywhere. They're $1,000 a piece, so we need to get a lot of money if we want to cover a lot of the ground here to have things auto mining for us. But I think for right now, that's going to go ahead and be it. We have a couple of those things unlocked. We also got some more blueprints too. We need 1 more for our glider, and then we got the elevator as well today. So we are making some good headway here. We do need to go ahead and find this thing still, but I think for right now, that's going to go ahead and be it for today's episode. So hope you guys enjoyed as always, and I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching.